they are talking to each other in a sincere manner, I believe that the worst casualty would be global supply chain and global economic performance.
All right. I request my guests to stay on with me. Now, the US-Israeli strike on Iran has killed 13 Iranian soldiers. An official statement by the Iranian army has stated, and I quote, 13 Iranian soldiers have been killed in a US-Israeli strike on a military base in Kerman province. The attack targeted the base in the south of the country. Another development there, Commodore D.S. Sodhi, what would you like to say on this?
It's an accepted norm that once you have a conflict like this, damage is going to be there, the deaths are going to be there, the soldiers are going to be to die, and even the civilians are going to get affected because when a missile comes or a rocket comes, it doesn't see where it's going to land. Yes, as of now we have very precise attacks, but then casualties do happen. And similarly, even the Americans, collateral damage is going to be there. Already in the morning they have said that they have lost some 6 soldiers. And in Israel also, the attacks which have been done by Iran, the casualties have been there. So it is an accepted norm, and in a conflict, yes, the casualties are going to be there.
All right. And now, according to the Iranian Red Crescent Society, more than 780 people have been killed across the country since the US and Israel began striking Iran. According to field reports from its operational team, 787 people have been killed in the attacks so far. The organization said on its website that the casualties were recorded nationwide as rescue and relief teams continue operations on the ground. The situation remains tense as military strikes and humanitarian efforts continue amid the escalating conflict. Dr. M.K. Agarwal, I want to of course come to you now. Is there any other effect that you see coming towards India other than the oil supply that we've been discussing?
Yes, Vaishali, I find the impacts would be there, no doubt, because the first thing that will happen is that the workers who are engaged in the Middle East, they are getting back in large number and they are to be brought back. They are the good source of sending the money back to Indian economy in terms of remittances. So that would be curtailed effectively. So that will have some impact on our resource mobilization. Secondly, if they are coming here, they will be having some impact whether they can get the jobs here, when they will get jobs, or how they will resettle here. That will be a challenge. Secondly, the prospect in the near future is bleak about the other workers, those who are looking at. It is not that they are unskilled workers now. They are the semi-skilled and skilled workers, those who are employed now largely. The things have transformed in the last few decades. Earlier, they used to be unskilled workers. Now they are not the unskilled workers. They are the semi-skilled workers or skilled, highly skilled workers. And secondly, I tell you, in UAE, large investments are there from the Indians, and it is at the big level, and you can say medium level and small level. For example, many Indians have invested in the flats there, apartments there, or the properties there. Many are having good showrooms there. So all these would be affected effectively. So this is the type of that when Indians were globalizing, and they find that in their neighborhood, that is Middle East, if they can expand, they have the good credibility. So this will be a loss of business opportunity to Indians. Many institutions have opened the schools, colleges and university campuses there. So this will also be a type of loss to the Indian economy. Similarly, what we find, our exports would be somehow affected, because if the transport cost goes high, then our exports would be affected adversely. But let's see, again, it all depends whether it is a short-run challenge or it persists over a long period of time, just like in Ukraine and Russia. If that happens, what would the nature of war in the future? Whether it would be limited war, or because in the long run it cannot have the very diversified and intense war. It may have limited war if it is in the long run. So what would be the route of operation, how things will be happening? So let's see how it happens and how many countries get involved in this type of war, whether it remains in limited sense, if it remains limited to Israel, US and Iran, then it's fine. There will be some moderation and there will be some out, you can say way out for Indian investors, Indian importers, oil supply, so many things, even the workers' engagement in the Gulf countries. But let's see how it happens, what will the intensity. So far what it appears that status quo is maintained in terms of the limited war so far. Other than that, the Iran is hitting the US installations in the neighborhood, and that's the only thing that has diversified. Even in Iran, I find if this type of situation persists, maybe in the next couple of weeks things are moderating. This is what I can have the best expectation from this type of scenario.
Right. Now we're getting more breaking inputs. Now the Israeli military says it carried out airstrikes on Iran's presidential office and the